Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. You know what I was doing? No, you don't know what I was doing yet, but I'm sweating. I've been in my yarn room and I was attempting to sort through and go through some of my yarn and organize it. It's not going well. It's okay. I keep getting sidetracked. I mean, I got a lot of pretty stuff around here. I keep getting sidetracked, but I am trying to go through that. And this is the perfect day to show this one as a tackle it project. For one, trying to go through yarn. The other one is, oh my gosh, I have found, look at this, more socks, more unfinished socks. How many unfinished socks have I found? I did not know that I had such a problem. Now this one, I can see why it ended up the way that it did. This one was closer to when I was first starting to make socks. I cast on and then I'm going around and around and around and I started doing the heel and see, look, okay, that's another thing. Yeah, start from the top. Do we see how big this is? Big circumference. Look at that. That's really big. And I realized that's too big. That's too big. So I took my needles. I mean, look at that. Is that not huge? That's big. That's okay. That's the foot opening. That's a bit large. I don't know how many stitches I had on it, but I had realized that long since, grabbed my needles and decided this wasn't going to happen. I mean, even look at the heel flap turn. This is one of the beginnings, which is really nice to see. This was earlier on in my sock making progress, and this took a long time. It did. I think I did part of it on a plane, you know, before you had to worry about the needles on a plane, you know, that thing. But that's huge. So this is going to be ripped out and then added. But this is how I do things. It was just like this, and it was like, you know, when I need the yarn, and this is how it was stuffed in my yarn cubicle, just like this. When I need the yarn again, I'll rip it out then. And at least I know how pretty it works up, right? It is, it's beautiful. So this needs to be pulled out. This did not make the cut. And you know, for that matter, didn't have scales or anything at that point. I think at the size that I've got this going and feeling this yarn, and I haven't got the foot yet, I don't think I'd have enough yarn to finish both of them exactly alike. I really don't. I don't have this one weighed or anything, but this is big. And this is, you know, what do we have? We have good 6 inches before doing the heel flap. And then you add that. That is a really big, wide, long sock. And depending on how long you make the foot, that's not going to be enough to make a pair. So that one is... it's beautiful. It's going back to the drawing board. You know what I think would be beautiful on this? We don't have any little girls. For me personally, this would work for. I know in the past, I have taken one full skein of a beautiful striping sock yarn, or, you know, something patterning sock yarn, and I've made a baby cardigan that'll go up to like a 3-month size. So I don't have any little ones expected anytime soon. Little girls, we do have a little boy coming though. That's exciting. And you know, this actually would work for the little guy too, because mom and dad both like that royal purple and that black. So I think this one, and the blue in there, I don't think this one's necessarily a feminine. And I know they're colors that they like. I think I could, if I wanted to, make a little cardigan for the baby out of this. I do see how beautiful it works up. It is such a pretty yarn. What is this yarn? This is Cicada, the Plymouth Italian collection. It's 45% cotton, 40% superwash wool, 15% nylon. You know, that's a really good, I like that. That's a really good composition. It says US size 2s, which I might have been using, and I do my socks on size 1. I might have actually been using 2s on this. I don't really remember. It's been a lot of years. It's machine washable, 414 yards, 100 grams. All right. I think I would weigh it. I think this would be a beautiful child's cardigan. I think that would be spectacular. Options. Oh my gosh, we have options. So yeah, more socks, more socks, more something, right? Let's do some beautiful things. And it feels nice with that cotton mix in there. It feels really nice. I think this is going to be a garment more than a pair of socks. I do like that. That feels amazing. And then, you know, not to be outdone, I was digging through and look at this. Do you see that? No, you can't see that too well. Look at that. Look, that's part of a sock. That is, see? And it's just tucked in the ball band because that's the yarn. And when I'm ready to use the yarn, then I can wrap it up. This is, I know I've told you guys I do this. This is literally how I found it in with the other socks. We know I like that yarn. Opal and this. I like both of these. They're good yarns. This one's made in Italy. 100-gram ball of yarn, and machine washable, non-felting, hard wearing, retains its shape. I mean, it says it on the ball band. And when you go through the trouble, it's not really trouble, but you go through all the time and effort to make a pair of socks, preferably you'd like it to last more than one season. I mean, these aren't Walmart socks, right? You know, these aren't whatever. These aren't just store-bought and everything. This is handmade with love. You want them to last a little while. This is a 75% wool, 25% polyamide. 100 grams is 410 or 420 meters. And there we go. It's Regia 4. I don't know how to say those words, but it's short color repeats. Like this. I'll slip it down. I don't want to pull it out because you know, there you go. But you can see it's just these little dots and stuff. It's beautiful. And I think this is a good unisex color. Definitely a good one for the men, but a good unisex color. I was just doing a rib. What was it? A 2x2 rib. Knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2 until you start questioning your decisions. And obviously I questioned my decisions because oh, look, I started doing a heel flap of some sort. See that? I went past the ribbing. I don't know why I stopped. I have no idea. It's beautiful and it's a good ribbed thing. I'm not going to put it back on the needles. I don't know what size I was using, but the yarn works up amazing. Okay. What I was doing with digging through. So I have two things. So yeah, I'm gonna pull those out. That's my tackle it series. Got it, right? You know, finding old projects. Evidently I had decided that previously I wasn't going to finish them since I swiped those needles, right? I pulled them out. This one makes total sense. Like I said, it's so big, you know, it's just huge. Well, here's an example. Okay. This pair is that Regia yarn also. And this is the Cicada, and they do look about the same. They do look like they're about the same width. Well, it's the purple one's a little bit bigger. Okay, maybe it wouldn't have been, but that's got a stretch to it. Maybe it wouldn't have been so big, but I sure thought it was at the time. I don't know, but this is for my oldest son, and he's got this size 13 feet. So I don't know who I was making this for, but evidently thought they were huge and didn't have other needles to put it on and everything to try on. So maybe it wouldn't have been, but I'm done with it at this point. What I was looking for is my coveted, absolutely loved opal sock yarn, which we know I have some. I don't have a huge collection because I've actually used my opal sock yarn to make socks and I've given them to the kids. So that's one that I always get into and use, you know, and then it does take a little while to go through a skein of sock yarn. Weird, huh? So I found I do have some, and what I need some patterns. Look at this. Look at this. This one is the, it's opal. It's the size 6. It's a size 6 on this one. The others are 4, which is a fingering weight. This is not. This is more like a sport weight, and it is 150 grams for that 400 and some odd yards. How many is it? I don't know. 420 meters. 150 grams. 420 meters. This is a thicker yarn, a boot sock, and I don't know how many to really cast on and to do a sock with for this. So I've got them. I've got a couple skeins of this, but it is a little bit bigger, and it's opal. I mean, I love opal sock yarn. So that's a bigger one. That's a me thing. It's a mystery. I have to figure out how to make that work. And, you know, not to be outdone, these are my two big ones. These are the 150 grams. This is, yeah, 150 grams, so the boot socks. So I wouldn't cast on, like right now for the guys, or my oldest son, I cast on 72 generally. And for everyone else, 64, sometimes 72 if I decide I want to drop needle size or really make a very tight stitch sock. But on this, no, it would be, I think for an adult, maybe 54 stitches. And I don't know if I would want to do my typical heel flap and gusset because that really makes it super thick, like just dense. So I don't know, but I think they're beautiful. And I have them in my collection. I should use them. I mean, you know, I should use a lot of my yarn. And then I found 3 more. I don't think I have any more. I'm looking at the, you know, I can continue to dig. But I don't know. But look at this. 3 more skeins of opal. This is, I can't read it. It's in German. Okay. You know, because the opal has its different themes. And here we go. Let's put it right there so you can see it. Maybe. But opal has its different themes and everything. So they'll have like rainforest parties, different art themes, different what have you. Oh, this is another of the 150s. Oh, wouldn't that be amazing? We know I love my orange. I mean, we know I pick the colors. We know I love my orange. So I guess I have 3 of them that could be the boot ones. I've used, if not this color, obviously something very similar to this multiple times. Love that. And then look how fun this one is. Isn't that beautiful? So I've got all these beautiful opal sock yarns, and they were behind other things, so I went digging, and that's where I found the 2 socks that are in progress that are coming out. I mean, they're not going to be at finish. And then I've got 2 other fun ones I get to play with, and that's fun. I did that earlier in the year when we had the 1-week sock challenge, and I made the sock with the music notes. And I did that, and the colors are all the beautiful colors that look like Superman ice cream. And I did that. That was an opal sock yarn, and I've got some of that left that I could probably do some shorty socks or make an alternate heel, toe, and cuff. And I could maybe get it for one of the girls and using that. And I love that option because I know how well it wears, and I know that opal stands up to abuse. It really does. It stands up to those things. So those are some fun things, but this is what I was going through. I also found, oh my gosh, yeah, this one. And I did, oh, here's another one. Look, I do have another one. Yeah, these are my opal sock yarns. And this one's a nice, beautiful one. It'll stripe and then have Fair Isle. This will be like little Fair Isle dots, stripe of color, Fair Isle dots. So very pretty, very fun. And if you wanted to be all kinds of little extra special and crazy and chaotic, what you could do is when you get to the solid color, since it looks like it's going to be solid and then the dots and solid and the dots, I don't know for a fact, but I mean, look at that. It does look that way, right? You're going to have dots in between each one. Maybe the yellow and the purple are next to each other. But what you could do is change the stitch. You know how I'm doing that on the white out shawl? Where I'm doing this cluster stitches and everything, and with that rose, it looks like little rosebuds. You can do something similar, not the same stitch. You could if you wanted to, but not the same stitch. But every time you get to a colored section, do some sort of a lace that you like. Change your stitch, and then go back to stockinette when you get to the dots, and then a little lace, and then as soon as you get to the color, the color again, go back, lace, then stockinette, lace, and stockinette. And it would be a very unique to you pair of socks. It would be fun. It would be something that would kind of change up patterns constantly, and just a entertaining way of using your yarn. And you'll get more excited to get to the next section. Oh wait, I want to get to the next lace section. Oh wait, I want to get to the next stockinette section. Oh wait, and you go faster because you're motivated and you're excited. So those are some tricks that I've learned because I know that works for me. One of the other things, digging, okay, that stuff was behind some of my other yarns. We know I like the Luster Sheen yarn, which is a discontinued yarn. So I have this beautiful Dusty Rose right here, and this one's the 4-ounce skeins, and this one had a Hobby Lobby price tag of $4.58 at whatever year I got it, right, before it's gone. But this belongs in the Tackle It series because this was wrapped around it. That was wrapped around it right here. Look at this. This is the front and or back of a tank top, and look, there's even waist shaping in there. Do we see this? Do we see how we went in? There's even waist shaping on that. Do I know the pattern? No. Was this probably going to be for me? Maybe. I don't know. Will it fit me now? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. And then I was looking too, because this piece looks you know, ready, done, just waiting for its match, right? It looks that way. I have this skein. I could weigh this to give me an idea. I have some hot pink, I have some other colors, but I don't have another one of this dusty rose color. So I don't know, even if I wanted to, if I could finish it. I don't know what crochet hook I was using on this. No clue. Maybe an F, but I don't know. I really don't. It feels nice. Look how nicely that works up. Isn't it pretty? I mean, it's crochet and it's shells. I could reverse engineer that part, but I don't know if I'd have enough yarn. Okay, let me see. Did I make the bottom too tight? No, that's not too tight. You know how sometimes you can make that foundation chain too tight? But isn't that pretty? Huh. I don't know when I started this. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if I was winging it, if it was a me pattern, or if it was a written pattern somewhere. That I have no idea, as I've definitely done. But look at that shaping there. I put in some crazy shaping. Check that out. Yeah, that's cool. I'm liking the aggressive action of it. I mean, the top looks like a little girl's top. Look, there's no way. Look at that. Who is this for? It's just not. It barely covers my. Yeah, not a me thing. But yeah, I found this all wrapped up together, just like this. So I don't have a real use for this beautiful thing either, but this is how I found it stuffed in with my other skeins of yarn. So I've commented previously, beyond the bags and the bins and things, the things like this that are stuffed in with my yarn, I consider it like a sock blank. It's just yarn ready to be reclaimed. If it's in a project bag, there's a chance I thought at one point that, yes, I would like to finish it. It would be nice to do something. When it's in the cubbies like this, it's a reclaim me. I just didn't pull it out right then. It's just a reclaim me kind of a thing. So I thought that was kind of funny. I found 3 of them. Looking through my yarns, I found 3 of the reclaim me projects. And we're just going to have to do that and just have the reclaiming, because they're not going to get finished. It's just not. If somebody would like this and you think that there's something you can do with it, I don't care if you pull it out or not, let me know down in the comments. What should we put on that? I don't know. Let's do vintage. Or we don't even have to put a word, right? You know, just put a comment down below if you want a chance to win this. Yeah, just comment a whole bunch, right? We don't care about a specific word. You just comment down below. And if you win it and didn't want it, we'll just draw again, right? It doesn't matter. But I have a bunch of packages that I am packaging up and overstuffing that are past due. And oh, shipping rates are going up on the 5th of October. I am not Lori the Armchair Chef Postal Nut, but I did get a note from Pirate Ship. So I have packages. If I have a package that I owe you, and I owe people packages, I do. I always get them out. They're just late, okay? I always get them out, but they are late. You're going to get some extra stuff in there. Let's put it that way. And if somebody wants this, just comment down below, and who knows, there might be more than just this in the package. You know what I'm getting at? So I am going through things. I am looking. I love the luster sheen, but I can share. I have others. I can share. And who knows? Maybe you're a petite individual and you can reverse engineer it and that's perfect for you. That I don't know. But, or rip it out and do whatever you want to with it, because that's totally fine too. You know, leaves my hands. It's somebody else's stuff. But yeah, let me know on that. And I will be drawing. I think there's another thing I need to draw. I will draw pretty quick because, again, October 5th, postage goes up. So if I owe you a package, you know you will get an email from me before then, because I'm going to get everything out. There's a bunch of stuff that I have got to take to the post office and send out. So know that you are not forgotten. I just don't like sending those things for whatever reason. I got a stack of them. So there you have it. I will do that. That is a promise, because I don't want to pay higher shipping and no one does, and you want your stuff, right? And we've got that. And members, stay tuned. I'm going to be doing some member giveaways also. So if you are a member, definitely check out that. And if you're not a member, maybe that's time. I don't know. Anyway, with that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.